Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like 5211. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here, and today it's all about beautiful colors, numbers, and Kododo lizards. Because today we're going to be playing a card game called 5211. This is from Next Move Games, the same people that brought us Azul and Reef. So this is a quick, light card game. Let me show you how it works. I'll see you on the other side. Now these beautiful cards represent the suits in the game of orange, blue, purple, green, and yellow. Cards range from 1, which are the Kododo lizards, all the way up to 6. You're going to be playing these cards trying to win points. The game is played over multiple rounds. Here we have a 3-player game, player 1, 2, and 3. And at the end of each round, each player will have played 4 cards. Now whatever color has been played the most by default, we have green has 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and it's the most out of all of them here. Now the players that have those green cards are going to be able to put them face down in a score pile, and they're going to get face value for this at the end of the game. So this player is going to be able to put these 3 cards down. They're going to get 3, 4, 5. The lizards are worth just 1, so that's an additional 1. Where this player is going to be able to get 3. All the other cards are discarded out of the game and are not worth anything. However, if the color that has the most out there equals the amount of players plus 3, so there's 3 players here, meaning if there's at least 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that color does not score. Instead it gets busted and it gets discarded. Then the color that has the most now would score. In this case, purple has 3, so those players would score the purple cards and the rest of them would get discarded. However, if there's more than one color that has the most and does not bust, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 greens, 1, 2, 3, 4 purples, both of those cancel each other out. And at this point, yellows have the most, so those players would score the yellows and the other cards would get discarded. Now for this last example, it looks like green would score because it has the majority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it does not bust, which would have been 6 greens in a 3-player game. Now it looks like green would score, but we look at the Kododo lizards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there's ever the amount of players plus 2, in this case we have 3 players, so a total of 5, then just the Kododo lizard score regardless of the color. So this player would get these 2, this player would get these 2, this player would get this 1. Those go in their scoring piles, everything else is discarded. At the end of the game, these are all just worth 1. The game ends when the draw pile runs out. All players go into the score pile. They add up the values of these cards, so these would be a total of 9. The lizards are just 1. You add them all up, whoever has the most is the winner. So how do you actually play the game now that you know how to score and how rounds work? Well, at the beginning of the game, every player gets 5 cards. It's called 5211 for a reason. Everyone gets 5 cards, and then you're going to play 2, then 1, then 1. So at the beginning of the round, each player is going to play 2 cards face down. Once everybody has those face down, each player will reveal. They'll then drop back up those 2 cards so they have a total of 5. Then they select 1 card to play face down. Once everyone has done that, then everyone flips that up and they replace that single card so that you'll always have 5 cards to choose from. And finally they'll play 1 more. So again, the 5211 is you get 5 cards, you'll play 2 first, then 1, then 1. Once everyone's played the final one, you flip it up, and then you'll score exactly as I showed before. That's how you play 5211. All right, well there is 5211. As you can see, one thing I like about this is it's very accessible. I think this is the style of game that the Uno crowd out there, where if you ask someone if they've played games before, they go, oh yeah, I've played Uno. And if that's like most of what they've played in their life, this is a game that is for them. It can be played by gamers too, and it has some interesting choices, but I think this is more of a sort of a mass market style game that anybody can learn and play, but it definitely has a little bit of thickiness to go along with it as well. It is a simple and quick game. I mean, it's pretty easy to teach, and it doesn't take very long. So again, that Uno crowd and the simple and quick to teach is going to bring this to more people than I think normally would be able to play hobby style games. I like that in this game you're trying to sort of push up one color to try to score it, but sometimes you're looking at your hand at the beginning and you're going, oh, you know what? I might try to push this color up, and oh, look what everybody else did. I don't have any more good cards. Other people are going to score more than me. I'm going to try to push this color up and bust it on purpose because they're going to get more points than me. And that's a lot of fun to do. I like that you're sometimes trying to finagle it so that the Kododos score. Now, it's harder to do that because you need an exact amount. But sometimes if you're not going to be the one scoring the color that's going to score, if you don't think you are, and everyone else is going to be getting points and you're not, you can try your hardest. I mean, you're only given the cards you're given, and you can only see what's out there, and you're playing off what other players are doing. You're trying to do that. So I like that you're trying to, there's ways to sort of finagle the scoring to screw it up for everybody else, but you're also trying to think, what are they going to play? We don't know what they have in their hand. It's a card game. It's lucky of what they have in their hand, but what are they going to do now? Let's look at the state of the board. Let's look at the state of the cards. Let's look at how many are out there of each color. Look how many Kododos are out there. Look at what I have, and let me think, what should I do here? And what do I think they're going to try to do if they have that color? Will they play it or will they not? And there's a lot of that sort of head faking, trying to get in each other's heads, trying to figure out what's going on there, and I like that aspect of it. I like that you are sort of like pushing your luck sometimes, where you're like, ooh, this color, ooh, if more than one of this color comes out next time, it's gonna bust. But if I'm the only one to play this, man, I'm really gonna clean up. Let me push my luck and just think that they think the same thing, and maybe they are a little bit more conservative, and they don't want to bust. And so it's that sort of thing that sometimes you can push your luck there, and it's a lot of fun. This definitely, going back to my beginning comments, this is the style of game that should be in all mass market stores. It should be in the Target, should be in the Walmart. This should be up next to Uno, and people can play these style games, see that there's deeper strategies than Uno, but it's not much more difficult to understand. So overall, I enjoyed the card game. I do love card games. I grew up playing a lot of these with my family, and card games are things I like, and I do enjoy this one, and I would recommend it to anybody who's looking for games for maybe for Christmas gifts or something like that for people that don't play a whole lot of games, but also gamers can like it too. Anything negative here? Sure, there's no player aids. I would have loved to have seen a card, even just one card, with a player aid for the certain player counts, as to the table, as to, sure, it's easy to remember once you know players plus 2, players plus 3, but every time you bring the game out and play it, I always got to check, and it would just be nice to have a card there. Even just one card with the 2 tables on there would be great. But even better would be one card for each player count. Put it on the table, has the tables nice and big on there, and what you're looking for, when things bust and when you score the Kododo. Also, sometimes I felt like with the smaller player counts, I played this with 2 quite a bit. It actually works well, but the Kododos are a little underwhelming with less players. I like to see it better with more players, but overall, there's not a lot to complain about this game. It's light, it's easy, it's fun. It's not one of those card games that's gonna be like earth-shattering, this is the best card game of the year, but for what it's trying to do, I think it does a great job, and that's 5211. Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable Game Topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.